Speaker. My question is to the Deputy Acting Premier. Sir, as of November the 1st of this year, the winter time of use rates are going to be put in place. We know that electricity rates will double between 5 and 11 at night and 7 and 11 in the morning. The government is asking people to shift their habits so that they do things off-peak, presumably between 11 at night and 7 in the morning. My question to you is, when do you expect students to do their homework, sir? After 11 o'clock at night?
Acting Premier.
Minister of Energy.
Mr. Speaker, we've talked many times about the importance of time of use and how it's going to encourage people to move off of peak. And as we move into the winter months, nothing's changed, Mr. Speaker. We will continue those efforts. But, Mr. Speaker, I guess what I want to talk about a little bit today as well is why the third party continues to oppose our efforts to make the important investments in our energy system, Mr. Speaker. Let's focus on job creation. Our Premier was in Guelph yesterday, where he announced 380 direct and indirect jobs were being created. Mr. Speaker, this is what the steelworkers of Ontario said. Today's announcement is doubly good news. More new jobs in Ontario are just what working families need, and helping build a cleaner tomorrow is just what workers want for their kids too. From steel workers making wind turbines to electricians installing solar panels, Mr. Speaker, I could go on, and I think I will in the supplementary.
Supplementary.
Minister, what students would like to know